You talk about the need to reskill 1 billion people by 2030. That is a big chunk of the global population. That's about 1/3 of jobs worldwide. How achievable is that target, and how does it vary from developed countries to developing countries? I see, even in the case of the most advanced countries, we have Denmark, for example, spending only about 2% of its GDP on assisting unemployed workers to retrain and reskill versus, say, the likes of the US, where it's 0.1%. So with these allocations so small at a GDP level, how realistic is it that you can retrain 1 billion people?
You have no choice. We're heading into a completely new world when the job market is going to change. And we actually believe it's going to be very accretive to the job market. We believe that because of automation and technology, roughly 12 million jobs are going to be created net. So that's going to be very creative, but it's going to be a massive challenge for government to start thinking about the new world, that some jobs are going to disappear, new jobs are going to come, and we're going to have to start retraining people. There's going to be massive demand for a lot of new jobs in a lot of new fields, exactly as we're seeing with older generations. Governments have to understand there's a massive challenge ahead of them and a huge opportunity. We believe that's actually going to be very creative to GDP, and countries which will invest in the right fields right now, if it's infrastructure, education, retraining, reskilling people, could have a big advantage and an opportunity to completely change their workforce. It's not going to be easy. This has always been the case with technology, and I have to remind that technology always increased the number of jobs, didn't decrease the number of jobs. This is exactly what's going to happen right now. But some professions are going to disappear. We're going to lose some to automation, to robotics, and we need to think in completely new terms, how the new world is going to look like.
Haim, you make this fascinating point in your research note that the computerization of routine manufacturing of routine jobs has led to this polarization where people either end up in more low-skilled jobs or higher-skilled jobs, really eradicating that middle portion. Is there a risk here that as we move into a more computerized world, that income inequality worsens?
We're going to see changes, definitely. And this is why it's up for governments to understand that some jobs are going to disappear from the workforce. And as a result, they're going to have an impact on our social and even in our environmental fields going forward. We believe there's a massive opportunity because we don't think that the future is actually going to be that robots are going to replace us. Not at all. We think that more jobs are going to be created. We believe that cobots, meaning the joint of humans and robots doing jobs together, doing skills together and working together actually can create a lot of new jobs. But this is up for governments to understand that some countries which are very tilted to professions which could be replaced by automation have to start investing in population and education and infrastructure, how to reskill those kind of things. And eventually, net, as I said, there will be an increase in the job market, in the number of professions going forward. But really, it's up for governments to understand that if we're not moving now, we could see short-term polarization.